So, girl, I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. So, but I'm here. This is Insecure. Settle down. I literally just watched this episode this morning. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, girl, and I'm just awake. Like, whose idea? Whose idea? But I went to bed super early. I went to bed at 7 o'clock last night. And I slept till 4 something this morning. So when I woke up at 4, I watched Insecure and I did a couple things. But anyway, sorry, the neighbors, they're doing their morning, stroll. They're redesigning for We Got Y'all, Issa's job. And, they're talking about what needs to be done. And I'm just like, so all that fever that you gave Issa D when she presented you with the problem, now y'all want to revamp and do. It was on my nerves. I hate We Got Y'all and I hate those scenes. And honest to God, we could do without. Like, I could do without. I don't care nothing about Issa and this job because I hate it for her and I know she hates it and I just want her to find something else. But anyway, so they're talking about, getting ideas out there as far as what we can do for, a redesign of the logo because, it's a white hand holding black babies. And, what else we can do to try to not make it seem so racist. Because the first episode, girl, when she worked with a white woman, because you remember the very first episode, I don't know if you remember, but I'll refresh you. The very first episode, she presented her job as We Got Y'all, and the boss, what's her name, Jacqueline, Janine, whatever, she had on an African print shirt, and it's just like, sis, why do white people feel like they need to wear African print ensembles but then feel uncomfortable when black people do it? Or when black people breathe, exist, or anything? I just be mad. Anyway, so they're trying to redesign and revamp and all of that. And, Issa's sitting there being quiet because when she brought this to the girls, she got shut down. So she's sitting over there like, let me just mind my business, honey, and whatever. And one of the girls asks Issa, or says, whatever Issa says is probably going to be the right thing to do. And Issa's just like, I won't be able to say, I ain't saying nothing because last time I did, you girls tried me. So they move on, and I'm gonna just get the job and the coworkers out the way. They go out to lunch, and they're still talking about it. And I don't know why Issa went to lunch with these folks anyway, because they don't like her. But I can't remember the coworker's name that sat beside her, that she was teamed up with. I can't remember her name, but her with the straight hair is not her look. It's not her look. Go back to curly. You done got this white woman position and you done decided to get a perm, sis. Anyway, but they're sitting there and they're talking, and Issa expresses that she doesn't want to be the voice for all black people, which is how most of us feel. And the white gay man across the table is like, well, I'm the gay and you're the black, and it's just what it is. And it's like, well, you can be the gay, sis, if that's what you want to be. But you could also just be a person and not have to be the gay at work. You can be gay at work and not be the gay at work. I don't know. I guess maybe because I've always worked in positions where gay people work. Like, except in my family restaurant. Honey, that's a whole nother. But any other job I've had, there have been gay people at work that weren't the gay at work. I work with very flamboyant gay people at times, and it's just like, okay, that's him. But it's never, or at least from me, I don't know how other coworkers, consort with homosexuals. But for me, it's just like, okay, he gay. He not the gay. It's not, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, moving along. Issa goes over to Kelly's job, and I was waiting for us to see Kelly at work, because we always see Kelly, talking about her job, but not in the professional setting. I was like, when are we going to see Kelly at work? So I was glad to see her. Issa's credit score is lower than mine, which, how? How? I mean, I'm right at 600, which, girl, not great, but she was at 425. And I'm just like, Issa, what happened? What's going on? What's the tea? Like, what? What? But Kelly's like, girl, with this credit score, you're not going to be able to do nothing. Literally nothing, unless you've been saving and you're able to put down several months of rent, initially. And Issa's like, yes, girl, I've been saving. And shows her, her bank statements. And Kelly's like, girl, what is this? This is not it. This ain't it. I don't know what this is, but it ain't it. So Issa just is she's not doing well. She tells Kelly that she's living with Daniel, payment free, cleaning, cooking free, sex free, like she's just living there. And I'm like, the move, honestly. If you got somebody that's gonna let you just live in their house, like, the move. Settle down. But Kelly's like, girl, you ain't sleeping with him at all. Like, cause Kelly is a little bit of a hoe in her free time. Disregard my look, honey. I don't even talk about it. Anyway, so Issa calls Daniel and is giving, hey, so it's a little hard to find in an apartment than I thought it would be. Do you think I could stay with you for a few more, weeks? And Daniel, because Daniel was over at his girlfriend. I don't know. I feel like he felt more like she's his girlfriend than he felt. But anyway, because she was like, don't you have some other hoes to be bothering? Like, you've been over here 3 days. Go away. And that's how I feel. But he lies to her when she asks if she could stay a little longer and says that Vanessa, which I'm assuming is this young lady, doesn't really like her being over there all the time. When in real life, Vanessa was like, well, go back over there with her. Because you at my house and I'm not feeling it. So he lies and Issa's like, oh, okay, well, because he says, I'll probably be able to give you another week, but, other than that, I'm not going to be able to do it. She's like, oh, that's fine, that's cool. And I'm just still sitting here like, what about your friends? What about Molly, whom we didn't see this episode, and I was disappointed because I love her. I love Molly. She's my fave. But girl, you could stay those extra weeks you needed to stay with Daniel while you looking for an apartment. You could stay with Molly. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the foolishness. And I'm sick of this bird over here. Just fluttering and flying and carrying on. Like, what are you doing? Why? It's just flapping. Just flapping to be flapping. Anyway, so Issa goes home, honey. Well, not home, but to Daniel's home, and she cleans. Apparently, there was some weed in the toaster, some living behind the toaster. It was carryings on, honey. And she gets it all situated. He comes home, and they have a conversation about Spider and how, they were supposed to be going to a club to meet Spider. Apparently, his friend's name is Seven, which I reserve the name Seven for legends, like Andre 3000's son or Seven Street Up. But this nigga, I'm going to call him this nigga. So this nigga says that he wasn't going to be able to make it to the club. And I'm just like, what do you have better to do? What? But apparently this nigga was supposed to introduce Daniel to Spider. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm still trying to figure out why last week when, come to find out, that was Dawn Richard. She didn't look the same as she did back in the day, but all right. And I listen to Dawn Richard pretty regularly. She don't look like she did on her last single cover either, but I'm not one to judge faces. She just didn't look the same. But anyway, that's supposed to be Spider's cousin, and she was all in your studio singing and dancing with them loud pants. Why she couldn't introduce you? Like, I'm just confused. I'm just confused personally. But anyway, and why when Daniel, we'll get there. So this nigga can't go, and Issa's like, well, we gonna go anyway. Because, Daniel's like, oh, well, he ain't going to introduce me, so now I can't go. And it's just like, I mean, I understand, because I'm kind of like that, too. Where it's like, I'm proud enough to not to not attend the function if my connect ain't there. Like, I'm just going to, I'm not going to just walk up in there and be like, what's up, dog? It's me. Like, no, that's not how it works, honey. But also, that's absolutely how it works. So it's just like, I get it, but I don't get it all at once. So they go down to the club or whatever. They're not on the list. But a friend of theirs apparently is a hot producer. His name is Khalil. And girl, my Instagram is blowing up right now. And it's just like, girl, why are you popping at 7:20 in the morning? Who is awake at 7:20 in the morning on a Tuesday? I guess people who have things to do. Anyway. Khalil is popping. He a popping producer, honey. And he invites them to come in with them. And Daniel's like, no, man. And Issa's like, yeah, we going in like the hell. Issa really was doing all of the legwork. All the legwork. Which is why I say this is an unhealthy friend-lationship. It's unhealthy. But we'll get into that further later. Rashawn Fagan is Spider. And I'm just happy to see Rashawn Fagan looking. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be this mean this day. I'm not going to do it. I won't. Girl, if my mama don't leave me alone. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. My mother is aggravating me. But yeah, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but if you've seen Rashawn Fagan on anything, you know what's being said in my heart. My heart's saying it, but my mouth, she's not. But yeah, because Rashawn Fagan plays the boyfriend on Greenleaf, Zora. Is it Zora or Zola? Zora, like Neil Hurston, I believe. Yes, because I was calling her Zora Nigga Hurston, and my mama hated it. I'm bringing that back. Why am I like this? Who made me? Who did that? Who said that in my Candy and Portia voice? But yes, if you've seen him before, I'm pretty sure we hear. But it was great to see him as a rapper and not as a singer. And apparently he has like an ego or something, girl, because the way he was talking to Daniel, and I guess it was because Daniel had on that ugly sweater and his confidence was on like 2. But it was just really weird. And Daniel walked up to him and was like, hey, I know 7, which I'm still not doing it. He knows this nigga. And Rashawn was like, is that the tall nigga? Like, he didn't even know who that was. And I'm like, how this nigga gonna introduce you to this other nigga when this nigga don't know this nigga? It don't make sense. It don't come together. For the glory and honor of our Lord Jesus Christ, amen. Whew. The sun, honey, she's rising. She's rising. Well, technically the sun's not rising. The earth is just turning, but that's not y'all's business. We just gonna get classy up in here. But yeah, but what I didn't understand was why instead of saying, I know that one nigga, you didn't say, oh yeah, I work with your cousin, Don Rashad. Like, that's what you should say. Anyway, while Spider was up there, my little nephew had stretched out these shades, and they just don't fit on my face at all, and I don't want to break them. Now I've bent them out of shape. Ugh, girls, the ghetto. Something's rattling out there. Ugh, girl, I just don't want to be blind. Anyway, this, this is why I just don't be up in the day. This is why I be up in the nighttime, honey. Because the nighttime is the right time to be with the camera and not with the sun. Even though I don't record at night ever. The sun is just wearing me out. She's doing too much, and I'm just not feeling it. Anyway, while Rashawn was up there, Spider was up there rapping, just a very simple, basic, like the kids be rapping today. Just very simple and basic. Daniel was telling Issa that he would kind of flesh out his sound a little bit more, give him a little more instrumentation, make it sound a certain way, and then he started beatboxing. Issa closed up one of her ears and leaned into Daniel's beatbox, and he beatboxing in her ear, and it's just like, this is weird. But then we as an audience started to hear the track as Issa heard it. The beatboxing turned into actual sound. And I'm like, Issa has an ear for music. She's always had an ear, and I've wondered if they were going to explore it. And I'm still wondering, because every time she's with Daniel and they're talking about music, she's talking about the live instrumentation, and she's talking about how she's observant, even though she's not observant with her eyes. Apparently she's observant with her ears. It's like, are we finna move from We Got Y'all to the music industry? Because that's what I want. That's what I want. If I were writing this, I would scoot Issa right on over into the music industry, because it's just, We Got Y'all is played out, and I'm tired of looking at these white people and these non-ethnic people, because there are ethnic people in the team, but they not quite. It's just like, girl, tiring. So I'm hoping they flesh out her music ability and they give us something with that. Also, can we stop saying Issa's brother? Because he get on my nerves. He ain't nothing but a bitch. Like, he's bitchy. Like, every time we see him, he's bitchy. And it's like, we've only seen him like 3 times, but every time his character's so aggravating. So aggravating. Like, ugh. You can't let your sister stay at your house. Like, I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent, but it's just talking about the things that I hate. Issa's brother, I'm tired of him. Like, I'm sure the guy who plays him is a very nice fellow, but the character, sick of it. Moving along. The whole scene with Daniel at the club just really showcased the fact that Daniel's a loser. Like, when Issa was in that relationship and, Lawrence was sitting on the couch and all of that, it looked like Daniel wasn't a loser because of, Issa's perspective. But now that, you see Daniel in action, Daniel's a loser. It's okay. It's all right, baby. You just a loser. Like Dionne Warwick on Got to Be Real. You're just a loser, baby. But it's just like, okay, maybe this will work when Daniel is able to acknowledge the fact that he's a loser and accept help from another loser. When two losers link up, sometimes it's not an L anymore. When you put two L's together, sometimes you make a W. Inspiration. I hate that the sun is coming through the window and it's like dew on the window and it's got these specks on my face. I'm not living for that. So we're going to windshield wipe to get these specks off my face. Because I really said something inspirational. And I know somebody looking at the camera like, why she got all that foolishness on her face? All these specks that aren't her natural specks. That didn't help at all. That didn't help at all. It just made new specks. It moved the water around because my windshield wipers are old. Anyway, because I've been on this camera for 90 years. Anyway, while they at the club, honey, Issa's doing all the leg work to get Daniel any little bit of leeway. There's a shooting, and Daniel literally just shields her. Like, they get down on the ground, he gets on top of her to shield her. And I'm like, maybe I can see it. Because I ain't been seeing it. I haven't been seeing it, but I might be able to see it. That was nice. And then they go out to eat and discuss how they ain't worth nothing. Like, they don't feel like they doing nothing in their life. And honey, me too. Like, can I get an amen? I am the amen. And then Daniel invites her to stay, with him at the house. And she's like, well, what about Vanessa? And he's like, oh, no, I talked to her. And it's like, she didn't even say that, but okay. Because he's like, you can say as long as you need to, it's fine. Because now she's helped him with something. It just really feels, that's why I say it's like, I half see it, but then I half don't, because it's like the relationship is a little bit toxic where, if she's not doing something for him or making him feel a certain way, then, he mistreats her, or he doesn't treat her well. I'm not going to say he mistreats her, but he doesn't treat her well. But then the moment she does something, for him, or makes him feel special or loved or whatever it is, then it's like, oh, well, we can treat you better. You can stay. I don't like it. Anyway, I forgot to mention that she's been calling for a property management position. And they actually called her back at the end of the episode. So what I'm hoping doesn't happen, but knowing Issa, because girl, she can't get her life on track and neither can I. So why, in the words of Tyra Sanchez and Tatiana, why are you talking? Like, why am I talking? But I just want the best for my Issa. I want the best for her. But knowing Issa and knowing how she got that self-destructive demon, she's either going to take the property management position and start to get herself on track, or she's going to not take the property management position and keep living on Daniel's couch because she don't know what she wants. And she knows she wants to be around Daniel. And she feels like that's how she's going to be able to do that. And I feel like, girl, take the management position, see if y'all can have a relationship with you with a better job. I just don't understand. But anyway, why am I talking? Single and half unemployed. Who are me to judge? Like, literally living in my mama's house. Like, who are me to judge? I am Lawrence. Not proudly, because anytime I speak my truth, my family be like, and you're proud of that? Girl, no. It's just facts. Can I just speak facts without you thinking that I'm bragging or something? Anyway, let me not get on my people. That's it for this week. This week's Insecure. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Call your cousins and them. Let them know that, your YouTube niece is out here on these streets doing videos. And I'll talk to y'all. I don't know what's going on. It's early and I'm not used to being awake at this time. Or I'm not used to being, like, fully awake. Because I wake up at the crack of dawn, take a walk around the block or whatever, and then go back to sleep. But I don't think I'm going back to sleep no time soon because I got plenty of rest last night. And it's unusual for me. I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to be up in the daytime, and I don't like that. That's uncomfortable for me. Being awake while the sun is up is uncomfortable for me. Ugh, the ghetto. But anyway, let me go about my business and let y'all go. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.